You have to invest in it. You have to put treasure in it. You got to nurture it so it'll grow. And that's the truth. That's us changing our lives to learn more about how to serve Christ and to serve him. And it doesn't come by just words. You can't just say this thing. You actually got to do it. We have to live it. You understand? So we want to go into the couple of topics of the night. Then I'm gonna get into my topic, Lord willing. But first, you have any questions, anything, put them in the chat. Lord willing, I'll be able to answer them. If I can't, we'll just hold them until Cap comes in. If we'll get counsel on it, and then we'll get you an answer for any question that you may have. Okay. But first, I want to start the class off with just, what do y'all think? What do you think the hot topic should be for today? Anybody? What should be one of the hot topics of today? Baba Kushaw.
It's Salakia, sir.
Come on with it, Yonazar.
Okay. I would think one of the things is like the meeting between Trump after what Commander General Hunter taught us last night. The meeting today between Trump and not Netanyahu, you understand, confirmed what Commander General Salakia was teaching us last night.
Yeah, like, about them trying to occupy that space.
Yeah, man. They it's not no coincidence. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, they met today, you understand, to iron out that plan together, because those are the two greediest, wicked devils, in power right now that we see.
Right. So you do know the Lord gonna use their own wickedness against them.
Absolutely, sir.
Right. Well, while they trying to think that they, somehow subduing the earth, they playing into the Lord's hand. It's all going by. That's why we have priests and prophets in the school that understand what is taking place, and us being able to see it and understand it means like you really believe what's in this Bible. Because if you're reading the Bible and you do not understand who is the wicked of the earth, then you may miss what is happening right now. The Third World War is coming right around the corner.
Yep. It
said it comes quickly, matter of fact. These things are happening whether you want to believe them or not. Right. Whether you say the Bible is not real or not. These things are going to take place. So the question that has to be presented to everybody who's listening is, what are you going to do? When are you going to make your election sure? You've been watching the classes, you've been learning. You see what is taking place. You have eyes. You watch the news. If you don't watch the news, you on Instagram, TikTok. I know these things come across our feeds every single day. But when are you going to take it serious enough to change your life? Come on with it, Yonazar.
Like Somalia is really from the family of Ethiopians. Like they're the same. You know what I'm saying? And we know the prophecies pertaining to them. Right. I don't want just to say real quick, like, I don't know how in the world you could read the Bible and think that salvation is for everybody. This shit is just crazy. This shit is insane, man.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely insane. That's one topic. And if you watched the class last night with Commander General Hunter, that's a hot topic that's in the earth. What about another one? Can anybody else think of anything else? What about you, Akaska? Can you think about what would be a hot topic for today?
Lucky, sir, if I may. Yes. But of course, we're going into the New Year's.
Most High Christ. Ding, 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 ding. He gets it hot on the spot. Give him a hand. Most High Christ. So, of course, we want to go into the so-called New Year's and get into the real meaning of the real meaning and the foundational understanding of what this so-called New Year's is, and why the Lord said we should not partake of these things that are in the earth. Why the Lord said we have to be separate from these things in the earth. So let's do this first, Bunky, y'all, if I could. Could I get the you still got the origin of New Year's? The ancient origins of New Year's, Baba Kashaw. That should be on the screen right there.
Oh, Salaki.
Mm-hmm.
I'll share this. Let me share it with them.
Yeah, please, if you could. Bunk, y'all gonna share it with y'all. So we're just gonna read through this. And that way, so y'all can follow us at home or while you're in class, Baba Kashaw. Can y'all see that?
Come on, sir.
Okay.
The ancient origins of New Year celebration.
Say again. Can y'all see it?
Talk about Khan.
All right. Go ahead, Bunk, y'all.
Says humans have been tracking the passage of time since prehistory. As each new astral cycle began, so did the agricultural cycle that allowed humans to develop and evolve into the 21st century.
So what are we talking about? Just reading this. It's talking about seasons that the Lord made in the earth. So if you believe that the Most High made this earth that we live on, he also made seasons. If you go into the scriptures, you will see how the Lord separated what? The seasons, okay? These are the things that the Lord did, not man, okay? Read on.
Just as long as we have tracked the changing of the seasons, so too have we celebrated what each of those new seasons means. There is one celebration, however, that stands out above the rest, the celebration of the new year.
Now, that's the difference between us and everybody else. In the first paragraph, you understand that there are things that the rest of the people do on this earth and the things that they celebrate that has nothing to do with the Most High. They celebrate the seasons. We celebrate victory over our enemies and what the Lord has given us as a nation of people.
Most High in Christ.
You understand? That's the first thing to take note of. The Lord gave us seasons, right? He didn't say celebrate the seasons in his word. He gave us what? High holy days. Go ahead, Bunk, y'all.
I got the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33, verse 7.
Right. So we go into the book of Ecclesiasticus, right? Verse 30, chapter 33, verse 7. Everybody got it written down?
Got one card, sir.
All right, let's go.
Why doth one day excel another, when as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun? Verse 8. By the knowledge of the Lord.
By the who?
By the knowledge of the Lord.
By the knowledge of mankind.
By the knowledge of the Lord.
What about the oppressor's calendar?
By the knowledge of the Lord.
What about Buddhist monks?
By the knowledge of the Lord.
Go ahead.
They were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feasts.
There you go. The Lord gave us seasons, and he also gave us what? Our feast. The Lord gave us our high holy days. He gave us our feasts. He gave us seasons, but man wants to worship the seasons. Man want to find some type of way to get that dollar out of your pocket so you can worship him and not follow the things that the Lord laid out.
Salaki, sir.
Please.
If I may, sir, like the whole concept of the new year is evil as hell. And it helps explain, if I may, how the oppressor thinks, because he never wants to take responsibility for the things that he did. So in New Year's, he wants you to forget the old acquaintances, the old things that he did, the things that was done, and he wants you to forget about that and look forward to what they're gonna do next.
Well, you right about that, brother. You for damn sure right about that. Come on, Bunk, y'all.
Verse 9. Some of them hath he made high days and hallowed them, and some of them hath he made ordinary days.
Now, these are the things that we read in the Bible. My brother's reading out the Bible. He didn't look at the seasons and decide to celebrate the seasons just because leaves begin to fall off the tree. Or maybe get a little cold outside, Bunky, y'all. Or maybe you notice the sun is closer to the earth than it normally is. Or maybe you notice the moon is a little bit oddly colored of some shape, form, or fashion. Or maybe there's an eclipse or somewhere. The Lord didn't give us those things to worship those things or to look at it and marvel at them, nor be afraid of them, right? The Lord gave us high holy days, right, and feast days. However, he did create the seasons. But the rest of the world, without truth and understanding of the knowledge that's in this Bible and all their simpleton ways, they'll begin to, praise the sun if they could. You understand? They'll make a religion out of frogs. That's what the rest of the world would do. The rest of the world will find ways to satisfy themselves instead of following what God says. And that's the root of all of it. You'll find out most of the things that these heathens want us to follow is about themselves. It's all about them exerting power over us as a nation of people. That's all. Just get us confused enough that we serve him instead of serving our power. That we celebrate New Year's instead of celebrating the Passover. That we celebrate Christmas instead of celebrating the Feast of Purim. That we celebrate Easter instead of us, what? These are the things that the world follows, but these classes are designed for us to seek out the truth that's in the earth so we can stop sinning against the Lord, so we can take this kingdom, so our people will stop suffering. You understand? That's what these classes are designed for. All right? Go ahead, Bunk, y'all.
Marking the survival of another revolution of the sun, New Year's festivities and traditions have existed for as long as we've had human civilization.
So stop. So this is nothing new that the rest of the world has been doing. That's why the Lord said what? What did the Lord say? Learn not the way of the heathen. The Lord had already known that these are the things that was in the world. These are the things that our people were susceptible to if we begin to look at the heathens in the customs of the world. Because New Year's is not something that's new. This is something that all the nations do. That's what they all do. So when you think about where we are and the things we've encountered across the world, we open up the internet and just Google these things. We find out the origins. But what I found out is when you start to really begin to seek out things and bring truth and put it on the table, man, when you stand in the way of somebody being happy based on how they feel, you become the issue. The truth becomes a problem. The Bible becomes a problem. The truth of the Bible. I ain't gonna say the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Because the Christian church has the Bible. But yet it's here, they're gonna do a watch night service and a countdown. And probably be, have all manner of wickedness that is taking place in the back room of the church. And they have this Bible, Bunk, y'all. And they tell us that they read the Bible. But then I'm stuck with this. And I'm gonna say this parable, right? Doctors have books as well. Doctors have what type of book? Open heart surgery books. Now, could I walk into a room and read a book about open heart surgery? Salakia, would you trust that bum off the street to open up the book on open heart surgery and perform that on your dearest soul mother? Huh? Raise your hand if you would do that. You go get that bum off the street because that bum can read. Get that oppressor, give him a nice shave, get him Gillette razor, clean him up real nice, right? Put an open heart surgery book in front of him and say, I want you to perform open heart surgery on my mother. Would you do that? Will anybody do that? You wouldn't do that. So why, when it comes to the scriptures in the Bible, anybody think that they can just pick up the Bible and somehow be able to lead our people to understanding what's actually going on in the earth? How?
So like it, sir.
Come on with it, Yonazar.
Our people are taught to read the Bible from a Christian perspective, and they never really come to understand what is being said in the Bible, and mainly because of one simple fact, sir. And that's the fact is that the Bible is only written to the Israelites. If you can't come to understand that, you'll never understand that Bible. You never will.
Yonazar, give him a hand. Damn right. Yonazar, I want to go a little deeper, Baba Kasha. We're taught to read the Bible from a Christian's perspective, which means we're taught to not even consider what's actually in the Bible.
Kind of one God.
You know, we in the church they skim through it, just like that, just like Joe Snuffy would do. That oppressor would come in and skim through that open heart surgery book. But you wouldn't trust that oppressor with that blade or that scalpel once you put it in his hand. So why should you trust that Christian pastor? You've seen the work that he's done. You've seen the fruit that has come out of that church. Yet and still will continue to go in there and have a watch night service because we want to be accepted by the oppressor. That's what Christianity really represents: acceptance by the oppressor. That's all it really represents. I want to show the oppressor that I am non-threatening to his empire. So yes, I believe in Jesus. I'm not gonna bother you because I think we all could get along. And the brother said it. Damn right, Shabayala. White supremacy.
That's right.
He said it. See, now these are the things. Now these brothers can pick up the Bible and use it as a tool, as a real scalpel, and that's why we call it what, Akim? We call this our what? Sword. We call it, this is my sword. This is my weapon. It's my sword. So at the time to get surgical, Ayathan, we can do it. But your pastor, he is not surgical. He's cutting you with a dull blade that's been sitting out in the rain for the last 32 years. he just like Joe Snuffy that's going to come in off the streets thinking he going to tell you how to, perform open heart surgery on your dearest old grandmother. You wouldn't let him do it. So why would you go into that damn Christian church? All right, come on, Bunky. You about to say something?
No, so like if I may, speaking about Christianity as it's taught,
Mm-hmm.
it promotes the rejection of our own identity,
Okay.
The culture of God through these laws, statutes, and commandments. So like
that's all religion. All religions in the earth, when you talk about you're an Israelite, they teach, the goal is to get you to reject the fact that you are greater than all the other nations that's on the face of the earth. The fact of the religions want you to be inclusive. They want us with the idea that all mankind, we can join. Nah, that's not what the Lord says. And that's why the Lord doesn't want us celebrating these, the countdown, if I may. That's all. That's why it's laid out in the design for us to learn this truth out. All right. Go ahead and read what you got, brother.
Mm-hmm. Says today we might equate New Year's Eve with partying and seeing the old year off in style while simultaneously starting the new year as we mean to continue.
So let me ask you a question. What can we loosely associate parties with? What are parties associated with? Anybody? What were some of the things that you thought was going to be somewhere at a New Year's party, Baba Kashaw? I'm curious to know, Hakim. That old man, that old woman. I want to know some of the things that old person, Salaki. I hate talking about that old man. We put him to death. That old sister, she's out of here. But what were some of the things that you may have looked forward to at a New Year's party? Come on, Bunky, y'all.
Salaki, sir.
This brother here. Come on with it, Yonazar.
No, if Bunky have something,
No. Go ahead, Yonazar.
Mm-hmm.
Salaki, sir. I just when we used to go to the parties and stuff, we thought that we was going to make connections. You understand? That was going to make our lives better moving forward. And that shit was bullshit. That's one of the things that, we thought. You know what I'm saying? We was going to make new connections, let all acquaintance be forgot. Look forward to the new. You meet new people. Things is going to get better. You know what I'm saying? They give you that false sense of hope.
I want to what the chat saying, but I want to know, when you was in the world, that old man, that old woman, what do we equate New Year's parties to? I just want to know.
Salakia, Officer Bayala says easy. You know what?
Okay, vagina.
Officer Shar says drunk.
You drinking, right?
Trooper Call Bar says.
Let's see what you drinking kind of leads to an easy vagina, right?
Trooper Call Bar says a one-night stand.
The vagina.
knew Officer Hawan was going to be in here. He just said right.
Right. He just said right. See, these are the things when we think about partying for the New Year's. See, but brothers don't know that in the world, while we was thinking about, the vagina, the sisters was thinking about the same thing. Come on.
Officer Hawan continues with a false sense of change that with a new year, all oppression will end.
Right. A new beginning.
Well, looking for that.
Yeah. You weren't finding that night. But, hey, that's what I'm saying. See, but that's what I'm saying. When you think about parties in the New Year's, even in that Christian church, you was thinking about the same thing. I remember that old man. How many of you ever went to that watch night service and left the watch night service and went straight to the club? The bottles were in the car. The marijuana was in the car. When you walked out, you was calling La Staciana. Yeah, while you was walking out. Hey, they just let out. Yeah, where you at? Some of you was, hey, I'm about to go down to the church. I'll be back. That's what you were telling your husband, your boyfriend. But you knew whoever you was going to see, you saw him at the church. These are the things that our people are played with without knowing the truth. And Christianity doesn't clean it up because they are all doing the same thing. They all are trying to please the oppressor. That's all. Come on, Bunky. I'll select.
Select if I may.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want me to pull that Ecclesiastes 1:9?
Nah, you can keep reading.
Let's see. It might surprise you to learn that our celebrations today aren't too far removed from those that our ancient ancestors experienced.
The ancient ancestors. Who ancient ancestors? Go ahead.
Here are 5 ancient ways our ancestors celebrated the start of a new year.
So we got to know when we talk about ancient ancestors, it's just like the Constitution, right? They're not talking about us, Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, right? And it's going to break it down. Here we go. Well, what do you know? Let's go.
It's a key to
Mm-hmm.
the ancient Babylonians.
The who?
The ancient Babylonians.
The ancient Babylonians. Did we deal with Babylon, right? Okay, go ahead.
Were among the first civilizations to have a record of a New Year celebration.
No, the New Year's is brand new, Bunk, y'all. That what they would have us to believe. All these things are brand new in the earth. The Christmases, oh yeah, they just created Christmas. Lie. The Thanksgiving, nah. The Valentine's Day, all these things are not brand new, Akim. They've been in the earth. Go ahead. The ancient Babylonians were
still celebrated today. Records of Akitu can date the celebration back over 4,000 years.
Go ahead.
While Akitu can be roughly translated from Sumerian to barley, the festival didn't just observe the sowing of the first crop of the new year. It served a far more politically important purpose.
Go ahead.
Coinciding with mythical sky god Marduk's victory.
Who?
With mythical sky god Marduk's victory over the sea god Tiamat, Akitu was the time of the year when a new king would be crowned by the high priest, or the current regent would humble themselves before the gods to symbolically renew their rule for another year.
Find that in your Bible. All you big head Christian Bible scholars out there, debunk this. Since you so hell bent on proving everything that we saying is wrong, find this in your Bibles. Find me this origin story of New Year's in your Bible. How long we gotta wait for them to do this? I'm not gonna hold my breath. I shouldn't do that either, should I? That would be that would not be wise, would it? You Christians out there make me sick because you push these evil, wicked holidays on our people. You open up ways for them to celebrate and go against their God and wonder why we're suffering the way that we suffer. You wonder why. You open up the church, do the countdown, They got the alcohol. We have the alcohol bottles in the car. We go amongst heathens, and you know they filthy and they coughing and who knows what they doing on their countdown. You don't even want to know. You don't want to know what John or give me some good old oppressive names, white names. You don't want to know what John O'Connor, Tucker. You don't want to know what they're doing on their New Year's countdown. You know, I promise you do not want to know. Dylan, Sarah, yeah. Margaret, you don't want to know what they're doing on their countdown. You don't want to know. Because the first thing they see you, they may see you, and you know they probably high out of their mind. And they're gonna hit you with that age-old black joke. Can I call you the N-word? It is New Year's, right? We're having a good time. They're gonna invite you to, they're gonna invite you to the party. They're gonna invite you to their party. Sarah gonna give you the invitation. And you're gonna think it's all fun and game. Her and Margaret, they're gonna come to this door with nothing on. That's how they come into the door. And you thought it was a family event, and you got your kids with you. And they're gonna do the countdown. Maybe I'm saying, I don't know. Maybe I'm saying too much, or maybe I don't, or maybe it's just me. Maybe some of the things that I've seen in the earth, our people are not experienced with, I never heard of. But I would care to say we've all heard of these things. You get invited to that New Year's party, they're gonna ask you, can they call you the N-word? They're gonna do the countdown, and you're gonna hate every second of it. Because you're gonna want to punch somebody in the damn mouth for even disrespecting you. I encourage you, don't punch them in the mouth. Come get into these classes and learn the truth about these holidays. That's right. Change your life. Hitting somebody in the mouth may feel good for a moment, but change your life will change your family. Getting away from Christianity will change your entire family overnight. You come and sit in one of these classes in the Isupk, it is life-changing the very day that you sit down in these classes. That's right. And just like I said, you show me New Year's in the Bible. Show it to me. Show me what the bunch y'all just read in this Bible from the ancient Sumerian text or the ancient Babylonians. Show me that in the Bible. You won't see it. Go ahead.
The festival was celebrated over 12 days with different traditions and events throughout its duration. Observations ranged from special prayers and times of reflection to communal feast and even a bizarre display where the high priest would slap the king to show his humility before the gods.
I wonder where he slapped him at. I wonder, that's the thing with the oppressor. They love slapping each other on the behind. They love that. They love it. New Year's, oh, buddy, hey, they love it. That's their way of like crossing that what you call it, boundaries. They see, hey, what you doing, buddy? And by the end of the night, you so drunk, you don't hit a couple of 8 balls and you high out of your damn mind. So that thing that you started fighting at the beginning of the party, by the end of the night, you don't even notice it. And then Puff Daddy walks in the room. Salaki, playing. Salaki. So it's just too much. Salaki. But these are the things that take place in the earth, though. Go ahead.
No, Salakia, that's heavy because you playing sports, you don't even realize how boundaries are being crossed. Because they've normalized it. You score a basket, you run down the court, your teammates, they slap you on your butt.
See, but it's all under the covers of camaraderie. You see what I'm saying? It's all under the cover of us being together. That's not our culture, Ayathan. We don't do that. That's not our culture. Neither is celebrating New Year's nor Christmas. But that's the thing when you come across. This is a thing that Martin Luther King could not see. These are the things that these so-called civil rights leaders could not see because they was only focused on what they wanted, bunky y'all. They didn't understand how would it affect us as a whole, as a community, as a nation, because we were so fractured. Come on.
Salakia, without that sports industrial complex,
Mhm.
we would stay segregated.
Come.
That is the last facet of integration,
Mhm.
because you don't look at. You mean I didn't get invited to my white teammates' birthday parties.
Right.
There was no slumber parties, no
Come.
cookouts. I didn't get invited to any of that stuff. And I'm not hurt because of it, but
Mhm.
it just made me realize that we were never, on the same page. We were never united. It
Right.
was only because of the sports.
Mhm. That's it. That's part. That's how they attach themselves to us. That's it. All right. Go ahead.
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
Janus.
All right, so we're going into Janus. Okay, go ahead, Monkey.
Celebrating the start of the new year on the vernal equinox, the early Roman calendar that was only 304 days long and had only 10 months. As centuries passed, it became clear that the calendar wasn't quite right, as it was starting to fall out of sync with the sun. Determined to find a solution.
Stop. Who determined it was falling out of sync with the sun? The Lord gave us how to track the beginning of months and the ends of months. The Lord gave us that already. He gave us what we should or should not do. Right?
Yeah, but
So when you look at it like that, it's already out of bounds. Go ahead.
yeah, but Shimshibogata.
Hey, Shalom, stop. What's going on? Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm too.
Determined to find a solution, Julius Caesar consulted with mathematicians and astronomers.
Hold on, he consulted with who?
With mathematicians.
Nah, he sought out the Lord.
With mathematicians.
See that? Julius Caesar was no oppressor, right? He sought out amongst his people. These are the. This is a simple Google search. This is not something like a full blown seminar, a webinar, bunker. It's not that. It's not that at all. It's a simple Google search to find out what's actually going on here when we talk about this so-called New Year's. Okay, go ahead.
Determined to find a solution, Julius Caesar consulted with mathematicians and astronomers to devise a suitable solution, the Julian calendar.
Go ahead.
Not dissimilar to the Gregorian calendar that is used worldwide today, the Julian calendar moved the start of the year to January 1st.
It moved the start to the what?
To January 1st.
So it moved the start of the year to January 1st. Now, if you've been in this school, I'm going to ask y'all, where can we find the start of a year in the Bible? Now, we just read what they wanted us to do and what Julius decided to do with his mathematician. But when did the Lord say the beginning of the year was? When did he decide? Come on.
Yeah, the month of Nisan, which is in April.
I want to find the actual scriptures for those who, you know what I'm saying, maybe just their first time attending class, so we can actually see it, so they can actually go in the Bible and find it. So you spot on what you're saying, but let's give them a book, chapter, and verse, Bible Kashaw.
Come.
All right. Go ahead. Who got it? Anybody got it? Buck, y'all, you got it?
Come, for time's sake.
Go ahead, please.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, and verse 1.
Hold on, stop. Everybody got it? The book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 1.
Kind of one concept.
We just read what Julius Caesar decided to do with his mathematicians, right, on the equinox, and how to so-called fix the calendar. But let's see what the Lord said. Come on.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, this month shall be unto you.
Hold on, stop. Who spoke?
And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron.
Does it say the mathematicians?
And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron.
See, these are the things that we have to decide as a nation of people. You're going to have all type of influences around you, just like Julius Caesar, right? And what you have to remember is you can't just rely on whatever your influences are asking you to do to so-called fix your problems. Go look in this Bible. Go seek out what thus says the Lord. Go consult with the priests and prophets of the Lord before you start listening to the people that are around you.
Right.
So you see, that's what the oppressor does. He finds ways to what you call that, invalidate the truth. He seeks out mathematicians, scientists, astronomers. That's what the oppressor does. He does these simple equations and all these things to try to prove that there is no power. You understand? Yeah, he got these so-called think tanks. Y'all ever heard of a think tank? So-called ways to disprove is what's that class that they try to teach you? Is it philosophy? Critical, is there a God? How is it? Shut your ass up. Shut up. I'm telling you, like when we talk about really seeking out the Lord, you can be fooled by the things that the earth presents in front of you, like New Year's. You would think if you was a child without understanding and didn't have parents who love you, boy, that they popping fireworks. Everybody having a good time, you would be consumed by it, Ayathan. You would be thinking that it's something that is like truly pleasurable for you to do. But when you come into the truth and we raise our children up, our children don't even consider New Year's like that. They don't consider Christmas nor Thanksgiving. They don't have nothing to do with it. They're completely separate. They're not going to mathematicians to try to figure out how to fix their lives. We're not going to scientists or astronomers to try to figure out how maybe the Lord got it wrong. And then what Todd, what's his name? Michael Todd. Right. Come on. I don't know if God made, man. You don't need to be leading anyone if you don't understand what the Lord wants us to do. If you don't understand it, what are you doing with the sword in your hand? You mess around and cut yourself. And that's what they do in the Christian church. Them pastors, they cut themselves by not understanding the words that's in this Bible. That's right. Read on, Bunk, y'all. So we seen that Aaron and Moses saw the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron and told him to do what now?
And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt.
Go ahead.
Saying, verse 2, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
So the Lord gave to who? To us, right? To you.
To you.
Not what Julius said. Julius sought out, who did Julius Caesar seek after? His mathematicians and his astronomers. The Lord said, this is what the Lord gave us already, Ayathan. He gave us how to do these things that are in the earth. So if the Christian church really stood on the text, as they would say, and what they say, it's in the text. Why don't you read the text and you don't know when the Lord said when we should start these high holy days? Why you don't know about our feast days? Why you don't know about that? But you'll sit down and tell your congregation about New Year's. You know why? Because it makes your pockets fat. It makes the oppressor happy when he sees you go into that bank and put all that money that you put in that bank, which they've been stealing from the Lord's people for thousands of years, hundreds of years, Bunky, y'all. Putting that money in the bank and get what the oppressor does. He's not giving you no loan.
Right.
You're not starting no businesses with that money that you took from watch night service. You're not. But they're gonna be a new Chick-fil-A on your corner. You're like, damn, how they gentrify our neighborhood? Your church is giving them the money to invest in your neighborhood to get you out of there, to get us out of there. When you celebrate Easter, the church is taking that money that they're not keeping it in the back, Bunk, y'all. They taking that money out of the church and taking it right down to the bank. And get what the bank does. They circulate that money. You don't get that. You're not getting no damn loan. You walking out with a 480. I don't start a business. I got the business. They gonna laugh your ass out of their bank. That same oppressor going there with a 300. They'll give it to him. Well, that's what we're up against. And Christianity is the way that they do it. The church is how they do it. These holidays is how they do it. You want to know how they get rich? We make them rich. We give it to them. We give them everything, and we get nothing in return.
Right.
Read on, please.
Con. We're in the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 3.
Go ahead.
Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel.
Mm-hmm. To who?
Of Israel.
Now, this is what I'm saying. This is the reoccurring theme that we see throughout the Bible, but yet and still the Christian church miss it every time. Our pastors miss it every time. These leaders miss it every time, but it's right here in front of your face if you read the book. I said this earlier. You can take Joe Snuffy off the streets and give him a book about heart surgery and say, look, you can perform heart surgery. And I hope there's nobody on that table that you love, because he's going to mess it up. He going to cut them long and deep, Bunker, y'all. But he'll have a book about heart surgery in his hand. But he's not qualified for the jobs. So these Christian churches and these so-called leaders for our people, they don't understand the moves that they're making and how they affect us. But I understand why they do it, because we've been conditioned to do it by Christianity. We've been poisoned with the poison of all poisons, Christianity. When you don't know who the real enemy is, you don't know whether it's coming in or going out. How can you have a level of sustainability within your community? Within our community, it's hard. Damn near impossible, Bunky, y'all. That's why the scriptures say, well, our gates what? Languish. And New Year is just another representation of our gates languishing. You go to Atlanta, watch the peace drop. Yeah, I know why your gates are languishing. I know why there's so many Leviticus that is taking place in Atlanta. You go to New York and you see the apple drop, the big apple. There's tons of research and all type of knowledge that we can find throughout the Bible that talks about why we should not follow these evil, wicked days that the oppressor puts in front of our face. Go ahead, Bunky.
Verse 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel.
Of who?
Of Israel.
Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. Come on.
Saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers.
Go ahead.
A lamb for an house. Verse 4. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls.
Sound like brotherhood to me. Go ahead.
Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. Verse 6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month.
Go ahead.
And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper doorpost of the houses wherein they shall eat it.
We call this what? This is the Passover. And this month. Go drop down to verse 16 real quick for time's sake.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib.
Does observe what?
Observe the month of Abib.
Go ahead.
And keep the Passover.
And keep what?
And keep the Passover.
And keep the Passover. Does it say Easter in there?
And keep the Passover.
What about New Year's Day?
And keep the Passover.
It say anything about Janice?
And keep the Passover.
Why doesn't the earth talk about this? Why isn't this thing prevalent in the earth since everybody want to serve the Lord? Why aren't we paying attention to what's in his word? Come on, y'all.
So like I said, I just want to go back to what you were saying, which was heavy in terms of, you know, I mean, the studies of the different books and stuff like that outside of the Bible. I have a precept in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 12, if I may, Babu Kasha.
Go ahead, read it, brother.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished of making many books, there is no end. And much study is weariness of the flesh. Salak.
Come, Most High in Christ. And these are the things that they throw at us, Ayah. You have all type of books that they throw at us and say this is a good source for information. But the leaders of this world and the earth, you have all type of Bibles,
Right.
in that church bunk, y'all. In your grandmother's home, in your grandfather's home, in your parents' home. But we don't know when the Lord had laid out the beginning of a year for us. We don't understand what the Passover is. What we've been taught is to take what the oppressor presents in front of us and say that it is good. We don't question it.
Right.
The foods that they offer us, pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, we just take it as being good. And you know why we do this? Because of oppression. The more oppressive that a people can be, like the oppressor is on us, the more we're susceptible to celebrating the things that they want us to celebrate. You go back and you read in Ecclesiastes about the mother and her 7 sons. The oppression was to force them to do something that was against their God. And each level, each son that was brutally murdered, the oppression it was increased by what they would do to each son to force them to do what? Sin against their God. When you talk about the oppression of Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, it's going to increase to force us to sin against our God. You go back and you read in Egypt, they say, well, can you give us a couple of days for us to go serve our God? And what did Pharaoh do? He increased our torture, our oppression. Y'all want to go serve? Y'all want to go serve your God? How you even know you got a God? You ain't working hard enough. You're not working. I tell you what, let's take away the straw. Now go make the bricks. Now I need more. That's what the oppressor does, huh? You want to know what inflation does? It makes the money that you make not even valuable. You got to work twice as hard to get what you need just to feed your family. But then they'll throw that goddamn New Year's in front of you and that Christmas in front of us. You're like, damn, man, it just seems like everything just getting worse. It is.
It's like I said, right, man.
Come on with it, huh?
I don't mean to interrupt you, my lord.
No, you swab. Let's get it.
Yeah, what you're bringing out is so righteous in that, you know, everything that the oppressor does is to stray us from our God, including what, you know, I mean, Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 3 said. Like, we also, like, we look at the celebrities or brothers marrying these heathens, you know what I mean, and get destroyed. When the scripture says, don't give your sons unto their daughters and don't give your daughters unto their sons, because they will turn your heart from following me. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to put that out there, because what you're bringing out is heavy, my Lord. Silaki.
See, and you think about that, though, Ayah, even that is another form of oppression. Because guess what we're seeing right now? You see our sisters that are upset with the brothers. The sisters are saying what? You only want to marry, you get all this money, and then you give it over to them. And that what they're saying is, we don't get a chance to get out of the hell that we in because you want to give it to Becky.
Right.
And the brothers are saying, well, if you act like Becky, then maybe you'll get the money. Well, guess what? Guess what that does? That further divides us. I'm just saying everything that we're seeing that is taking place from the religions, from these New Year's Day, Christmas, divorce, child support, all these things are designed to keep us angry at each other, keep us divided, keep us oppressed, keep us thinking that, guess what? You niggas ain't worth even saving. Niggas, we ain't worth a goddamn thing. Why would the Lord do anything for us, man? Look at us. Look at us. Who thinks like that? That's what the oppressor thinks about when he sees us. When the Lord said that's not who we are, we were a nation of kings and priests. And the scriptures say when they look at us, we was in our law, statutes, and commandments, say, what nation of people is that? Right? So we talk about all these things that are taking place in the earth. They're only distractions to keep us divided. From the New Year's celebration, the countdown, the watch night services, all these things are designed to keep us against finding out who we really are.
That's right.
The oppressor's going to ensure it because he's going to further increase the oppression amongst us. You know why you can't get along in your household? Because the oppressor. Blame it all on him. And the reason why I say that, because if you had an issue and we knew how to resolve these issues according to what the Lord says, then we would stay together. But that divorce court says, brother telling me, man, I went in there, man, and really they just told me to put my name on this piece of paper. And she wrote her name on this piece of paper, and that was it. Damn. It makes you almost like what does all this mean? But when you read the Bible, you say, hold on, brother, when you lay down with this woman, she's yours forever. How you want to live? What do you want to live by?
Silaksa.
Come on with it, Aya.
Yeah, it makes us feel like we in a matrix. We in a state of the word just eluded me just now, but I'm gonna use this. It makes us feel like we in a maze. We like a hamster running on a wheel over and over again, a dog chasing our tail. Salakia.
Learn hopelessness. Captain, I thought went over this a couple months ago. We talked about learn hopelessness. But we have the truth that's in this Bible. And that's why these classes are designed for us to find our way back. So you don't have to worry about that type of thinking, having to be a part of a society that you was never designed to be a part of in the first place. We rule the earth. The Lord made us to run this earth, to be above all the other families that's on the face of the earth. But when we celebrate New Year's and Christmas, we're saying to the Lord, we're not ready. You put that ham and that turkey and on Thanksgiving on your plate and on your table, you're saying to the Lord, you're not ready. You're saying to Christ, that sacrifice that you made for our sins, that's why the scripture says we sacrifice him. But I'm telling you that Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, we so much better as a nation of people. We so much better. I promise you. Don't be fooled by what they show us on the television and all the songs, all the popping and twerking. Man, real women don't do that shit. Salakia. Real men stay in their fathers and in their children's lives. And it happens. Unfortunately, they don't show you that. That gets shadow banned. But they will show you them fireworks on New Year's. They'll show you that pastor pull up in that Benz with them tight ass pants on and this extravagant lifestyle that he's living, and it's along with the rappers, all the things that they put in front of us just so you can be fooled, so that you can serve other gods instead of your power. But we're seeing it, it's not working, Ayathan. And go ahead, brother Salaki.
Salaki, I don't mean to cut you off, but again, you know what I mean? Like, what you're bringing out to our brothers and sisters is so righteous, in that when you spoke about we are the better people and how we, you know what I mean, the things that we do, you know what I mean, make us be looked at as a better people, and our people don't even consider that. I have a precept in Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6, if I may, Baba Kasha.
Please, come on.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely these people, Salaki, This nation is a wise and understanding people.
God, that's it right there. But how are we gonna live by this if you gonna light up them fireworks on New Year's?
That's right.
How are we gonna do this when we run around saying Happy New Year at these watch night services? How are we gonna be this way if we're still gonna vote in this political system?
Right.
These things are taking place every single day around us. And what we seeing is what I was saying, Ayathon, it's not working. That's why the rappers are saying what? Fuck the streets. Because they realize, wait a minute, we've been fooled. We've been fooled on this. I done got fooled by these gangs. I done got fooled by these streets, by these blocks, these neighborhoods. And I'm seeing that, I was willing to die for this shit when I was 16, 17, 18, 20. And what I seen was I lost a lot of good brothers, lost a lot of good sisters to something that I don't even believe in anymore. So
right.
I'm stuck with believing that I thought it was never real in the first goddamn place. But this is a thing that has been right here in front of us the entire time. But we're not. This is the thing. Now we're picking it up now, Bunker, y'all. In 2025, thanks be the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We picking it up now. We beginning to see the games that the oppressor has played on us. We're beginning to fix our health and our way of thinking, and reach across brothers that's all the way in the Bahamas and Jamaica and Trinidad, and see the issues that they have and over there in the Antilles Islands, and seeing that they just like the niggas in Chicago. They just like the brothers in Fayetteville, North Carolina. They just like the niggas in South Central LA. Man, we have a common enemy. Let's stick to that. Let's stick to that and do away with all this pagan worship and these idol worship and New Year's celebration. Somebody give me the definition of a bib, Bible Kashaw.
And so, like I said, while they're getting that, if I may, like what you're saying, you know what I mean, in terms of how wicked we are, and we expect righteousness to follow us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? In opposition, you know what I mean? If we're righteous, righteousness will follow us. If we're wicked, wicked will follow us. I got a precept in Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 3, if I may, Baba Kasha.
Hold that, Ayah, Baba Kasha. Hold that right there. I'm coming back to you. I want Bunker to read that a bib for me. Read that verse, and that way we can clear this up. We can clean this up with a bib in the Zondervan, Baba Kasha. Come on.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib,
mm-hmm.
and serve the Passover unto the Lord thy God, and keep the Passover.
No, they say keep the countdown.
And keep the Passover.
What about the peace?
Damn right.
And keep the Passover.
No, they say about the New Year's.
And keep the Passover.
Right. Go ahead.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Go ahead.
For in the month of Abib, the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary.
So we talking about Abib, right? So
sir.
what was that the book, chapter, and verse, so everybody can follow along, so you can find it in your Bible. Go show this to your Christian pastor. Go look, trick him real good. Say, listen, pastor, I got my tithes right here, but you got to answer this question right here. I was watching these brothers, and they said, I bet you couldn't answer this. Now, pastor, I ain't paid my tithes, but here it is, because niggas ain't paying, right? He been stealing from them all year. Pastor, if you answer this question, I'll give you this envelope. You think he'll be able to answer this question? Where we at, Bunker? What that book, chapter, and verse again?
We're in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 1.
Go ask your pastor about that. I think he'd be able to answer that. I bet he
Right. That's right.
Give me a definition of Abib, Baba Kashaw.
This is according to the
Baba Kashaw mean please in Hebrew. Baba Kashaw is please.
This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary,
Mm-hmm.
page 13.
Go ahead.
Abib, an ear of corn.
Mm-hmm.
The pre-exilic name for the first month of the year.
For the what?
For the first month of the year.
That's what the Lord gave us already. The Lord gave us what we should celebrate as the first month of the year. So why is the oppressor saying we're going to celebrate this on the 31st and on the first day of January? Why? Because he wants you to celebrate him. He wants us to celebrate him, his accomplishments, the things that he valued. Just like the Pharaoh, he doesn't want you to celebrate your Lord and the things that the Most High gave us. You understand? Come on,
right.
Ayah.
Salaki, so you went into it. Salaki, I don't gotta say nothing. Salaki.
Most High Christ. Come on, Bunkia. That was it.
La, sir.
Come on.
They gave a few precepts. Exodus chapter 13, verse 4, chapter 23, verse 15, chapter 34, verse 18. After the exile, the name was changed to Nisan. It fell about the time of our March.
It fell when?
It fell about the time of our March and early April.
And March and early April.
Damn right.
The Passover is April the 4th.
That's right.
Get the Most High hand. God damn it.
Passover is April the 4th.
Right.
You see that? Commanding General Hunter and the generals and the men that came before him, they decided that they were going to serve the Lord and not serve man.
Right.
We're in this school because we are deciding to serve the Most High Power in the things that he has laid out for us to do and not follow after Christianity, which is white supremacy.
That's right. Right.
That's why they're having the watch night service in the church. The church isn't about you and that New Year that you so-called celebrating. The church is you saying, I don't know who I am. And I'm choosing to follow the oppressor.
Right.
When you show up, that's what you're doing. When you pull up, you put on that nice suit and your grandmother wear that big ass hat and she's sitting in the front row. She's saying that, guess what? I don't know who I am.
Good night.
But my brothers and sisters we've been tricked though. We've been tricked because when you put that oppression on our people so harsh and you're so heinous with your acts and everybody's collusion against destroying us. Like we like, man, I gotta find some type of respite in here. I gotta find some type of peace in this place. That's all. But we slowly are beginning to see the trickery of this devil. We beginning to see that son of perdition. He's going to be exposed, and the Lord is allowing us to see it by what he's doing. Commander General Hunter is on his head, and they trying everything that they can to make sure that this truth does not get out in the earth. But it's too late. It's too late. We're waking up to know that we are the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. We are waking up to that truth every single day.
That's right.
Every sister that comes into the school that changed their lives, that say, I want to serve the Lord.
That's right.
I want the seeds that been sown in these classes to bring forth fruit. As soon as we get to eating that fruit, somebody else gonna say, man, where you get that from, Mike? Where you get that from, brother? Man, you heard about them brothers out there, Isupk? Man, I don't know what they got, but I can't shake this thing. Ever since I heard this truth, I ain't lit a firecracker since.
Salaki, sir.
Please, come on, Yanazar.
We got a question in the chat.
Let me see. Is it on topic?
Sir.
Let me see what he got.
It's a brother Dallas Cowboy 7465.
I tell you what, let's hold it to the end of class and just write it down for me, Bunky, y'all. Let's hold it to the end of class. I gotta get into this topic, Baba Kashaw.
Time Christ.
I want to get into the topic. Just hold it for me if y'all could. And Salakia, brother Cowboy, Salakia, Dallas Cowboy, Salakia. If you could just bear with me, if you can hold on to the end of class, if I can answer your question, I would. If not, well, I'll get back with you, okay? If you just hold on to me. The water. So did we finish with the month of Abib?
Come, sir.
Salaki, sir.
Come on with it, y'all.
If I may, can I go ahead and proceed with the precept?
Yes, come, Bible, please.
Yeah, come. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 3. Based on what you were saying, the righteousness and us celebrating, these pagan holidays and all the evil things that we do. This precept is, I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it goes right along with what you were saying. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 3. A man shall not be established by wickedness, but the root of righteousness shall not be moved. Salaki.
Man, Most High in Christ. That's it, ain't it? We talk about changing our lives. That's where we at with it.
That's right.
That's where we at. The water, Ayah. I'm going to my topic, Bunk, y'all. You could write the brother question down, and I'll get to it. I'm gonna go into the book of Matthew, Baukasha. Book of Matthew, chapter 13. 13. We're gonna start at verse 1. We're gonna start at 1. Let's start at 1. Now, everybody understood. Everybody understand why we don't celebrate the first. Everybody understand that? Any questions about the first and the countdown, and when the real beginning of the new year is?
Everybody.
And y'all do know the superstition that our people do when you open the back door and the front door on New Year's. Y'all do know the superstition behind what Janice, the many-faced God and all this. No looking back, looking forward. All the superstition, it has nothing to do with us. So if you ever wonder why your granddaddy or your grandmother will open the front and back door and on the countdown, it was idol worship. They was doing something that they heard about some heathen doing that has nothing to do with our culture.
Right.
Close your door and keep the heat inside because it's cold. You're in the dead of winter. Our New Year's in what? March and when?
April.
Come on, man. So let's go. Let's do Matthew 13 and 1, Bob Kershaw.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Come on.
The same day when Jesus out of the house and sat by the seaside.
Hold on.
Verse 2.
Salaki, your mic is loud, brother. Yeah. I don't know if you're close to it, but it is, you know what I'm saying? Yanazar, I don't know. Can you
Salaki, sir, I'm at the slave, but I'm sitting in my car.
Get a brother a hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ. Can you hear us pretty clear?
I'm hearing you too up, sir.
Okay. What you got? Come on,
I'm too loud. You want somebody else to read?
Yeah, because it's coming through really loud.
Salaki.
No, you too up. Come on now, Ayathan.
Book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The same day went Yahushua out of the house and sat by the seaside.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. And great multitudes were gathered together unto him,
mm-hmm.
so that when he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore.
So envision this, right? Imagine Yahushua is getting ready to teach, but it's so many people, Ayathan, he couldn't just stand in front of them. He had to go where? He had to go get on the ship, just so everybody can see him and hear him as he teach, right? Go ahead.
Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. Verse 4.
Right. So this is a parable, right? And these are the things that we have to really understand about a lot of things that are in the scriptures. There are going to be things that you have to be taught when you come to breaking down these scriptures. You can't just pick up this Bible and understand what's going on. It's the Bible is not like your birthday, where it's just about yourself. When you get all the holidays that you can think about is the worship of yourself.
Right.
You know, every holiday, every birthday is all about the worship of yourself. So now what you would do is you will push. So now you will push your idea on everybody else as if it's God's will. But not understanding what's actually being done because you only following what the oppressor does in the earth. That's why the Lord has given us these scriptures and these parables. So Christ is teaching the multitude once again. And guess what? The multitude is out there thinking about 9 times out of 10. A lot of them was thinking about themselves. We be at camp every weekend and they walk by us and then they walk by. It's today is my birthday with the dumbass pin on their shirt saying I celebrate my birthday. Right? But Christ is breaking it down to the multitude, and he's going to talk about the sower. Come on.
Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside,
Mm-hmm.
and the fowls came and devoured them up.
Right. So when he sowed, now what does a sower do in this parable? Anybody know? What does
So
a
like I
sower?
said,
Come on.
yeah, he plants seeds.
He plants seeds, right? So he's in verse 4, he's doing what?
He's looking to see if they're going to germinate.
Now, in our culture, now we was a people who understood like what you call it, agriculture. If I may.
Or the husbandry.
Right. The Lord spoke to us, and Yahweh spoke to us through things we understood, like in through agriculture, being a husband or a wife, some things of that nature. We understand those things, like fishing, like things that we do from day to day. So that's why he's speaking. So you would know what a sower is, correct? Come on.
Right.
Some seeds, what, Ayathan?
Okay. Some seeds fell by the wayside.
Some seeds fell by the way, right? Come on.
And the fowls came and devoured them.
Now, what does it mean when it say the fowls came and devoured them?
So like I said,
Come on.
like chickens and birds came because the seeds didn't germinate. They were right there. So, these animals, the birds, the crows, the fowls of the air, chickens, and so on, they ate them up.
Right. So now we have the understanding of that. That's plain, right, Monk, y'all? That's something that we can understand because remember, Christ is speaking in what? Yahweh is speaking in a what? In a parable, right? Read on Ayathan.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Some fell upon stony places
Mm-hmm.
where they had not much earth,
Mm-hmm.
and forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness of the earth.
Now what did the sower do in this parable, Salaki? What did he do?
So like I said,
Come on.
go ahead, Yanasa.
If I may, sir, like the sower, when he's spreading the seed, it's like an opportunity, right?
Don't go there yet.
Okay, Salaki.
I want to stay in the parable right now. I want to stay in the parable.
Right.
So it says some fell upon stony places. What did it say?
So places where they couldn't take root.
Okay. All right. And what? Where there had not much earth, right?
Kind of one kind.
Now this is plain. We can understand this, right? In the parable, but just remember what is Christ doing, Ayathan? He's teaching them in a parable, right? Go ahead.
Okay.
And forthwith
they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth.
Right. So these seeds couldn't what? They couldn't take hold. They couldn't grow because they was on what? A stony place. Everybody know that if you're gonna do any planting, you can't plant seeds on a rock.
That's right.
You got to put seeds where? In the dirt. Right? Read on Ayathan.
Verse 6. And when the sun was up, they were scorched.
Mm-hmm.
And because they had not root, they withered away.
Right. So what is being said right here? And when the sun is up, what is it saying? What did it say?
So
Come on.
that's,
Come on.
they died. They died.
That they did, but I'm saying when the sun is up, what is this saying? Just remember, this is agriculture, right? Think about a sower planting seeds. The first example was the fowl of the air that came and ate the seeds, right?
Salaki, sir.
Come on with it, Yonazar.
So the sun is representing heat, right?
Right.
So the heat is the trials and tribulation.
I don't. See, there you go. Hold tight. We laying it down first so we can give an outline, right, of those who want to know. Okay.
Come on, sir. So it's the heat is representing the heat of the day.
Right. Come on. Meaning what? It wasn't no covering because the way they throw the seed out there, it was just it's getting scorched by what? The sun.
So like
Right.
Come on.
So it said that it couldn't take root. You understand? So it couldn't draw from the moisture and the nutrients of the earth.
There we go.
So it withered away.
Right. So even in the sun, plants do grow in the sun, but when it's not properly nourished by taking a good root or taking up good earth that the scriptures say, then it's gonna wither away. Right? Because everybody know when you water a plant, you may water it on the top, but you really want to soak that plant. What you got to do? You got to get down to the roots, right? And if there is no roots and the sun is out, then you're going to fry the plant. All the seeds, Salakia. Come on.
Verse 7. And some fell among thorns,
Mm-hmm.
and the thorns sprung up and choked them.
So some fell amongst thorns, and the thorns choked them. Go ahead.
Verse 8. But other fell into good ground.
Hold on. So Salakia. So now what happens when you plant some in thorns then? They say it's choke them, but how? What you mean it choke them? That's what the scripture say. What does it mean to choke them, Yonazar?
Slagia, to choke something is to cut off the things that keep it alive.
So I heard this guy say this all the time. Yeah, you ever heard of what you call it? Sod? You ever heard of sod grass? Anybody ever heard of sod grass? Do y'all have sod down in the Bahamas, Koska? He frozen too. Like everybody frozen. So you ever heard of what I just said? Sod grass, right? So what is sod, Yonazar?
Sod is like to plant so that you can give it more nutrients into the earth. It's planted there to bring in more nutrients.
That's true. What you know what sod is, Ayathan? Like the squares of sod. Like you lay it down like you got a
grass,
come on.
Grass,
So like your sod is defined as the surface of the ground with the grass growing on it.
Right. So that's how they make it. They have the grass already that's growing in a square, and you just put it down, right? Right. And then you just put it down in the root. But let me ask you a question. If you plant sod, you would think only the grass that you put down would come up, right? What else come up when you put sod down? Everything else, right? You still get weeds in the sod, right? So this is talking about when you talk about like the thorns, and you plant something amongst the thorns, well, the thorns is going to choke whatever that you planted out. It's just like any other thing. It's just like it's going to wrap itself in whatever that you're trying to grow, weeds, right? And it's going to consume the plant that you're trying to grow. So once again, it'll be a struggle before that plant even get out the ground good. It's going to choke it, right? Read on.
Verse 8. But other fell into good ground.
Go ahead.
And brought forth fruit. Some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Verse 9.
Right. So it's saying that some fell on good ground, right? And they was able to produce. It gave reasons. It gave all the reasons of why something would not be able to produce and grow. And then Yahushua said, well, this other thing fell on good ground, and this thing was able to grow.
All right.
Now read verse 9.
Verse 9. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear.
Who has ears, let him hear. What is Yahushua just said in this whole entire parable? What is he saying? What is being said, Yonazar?
So like I said,
Mhm.
like I was saying, it's like he's telling them something that he know they wouldn't understand, but he's letting them know that the truth, coming into the truth and understanding the truth, is an opportunity.
Mm.
Understand? And that opportunity is based on the roots that you put down. The roots that you put down in the truth is the opportunity.
Now you own it, but I'm looking for one thing to break down verse 9. What is he saying to him?
So I guess, like,
Of course, he's not asking, do they have ears?
can they understand what he's saying?
Right. He's asking them, do y'all understand? He's asking what? A multitude of our people. Just like we go out to camp. We go out to camp, brother, and we be out there teaching y'all. We be out there getting to it, you understand? Give me what the brother be saying. Give me. We be lighting it up. Come on.
It's the same way that that brothers do in the school today. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of brothers saying, he who has an ear, let him hear, we say, you understand?
You understand? See, that's the spirit of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
We speaking to our people the same way that Christ spoke to them. And sometimes we're using the Bible to teach, and we're trying to break it down to them. When we start talking about the New Year's and the Christmas, we go into the scriptures to teach our people why they should not be doing these things.
Right.
When we talk about the oppressor, they don't see what we see. You understand? Because of the Christianity. When we saying the oppressor, they don't see this. They thinking like, I don't know what they thinking. They thinking, I don't know, somebody you got an issue with. They're not thinking Esau. They're not thinking about all the other nations on the face of the earth. When we say the Lord's chosen, they're not thinking about themselves, Monk, y'all. They're thinking about everybody because of Christianity. Because Christianity is all inclusive. Everything goes with Christianity. Everything goes in Islam. Everything goes in all the religions of the earth. But that's not how the Lord said. Because we go into the Bible, we start to see what the Lord wants us to do. So if you've been here long enough in this class with us tonight, we're going to go and break down what the sower was doing and the things that were happening in this verse, in these verses, okay? Where I want to go. Read verse 10, Ayathan, please.
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Go ahead.
Verse 11. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Right. So what is he saying right here? You think about you sitting in class and you hearing Jeremiah Hyman teaching, right? And Jeremiah Hyman's breaking it, Commander General Hunter breaking it down. You like, man, why he saying it like that? And you ask, you know, so you still trying to figure out why he just didn't break it down flat. Ain't that what we say out done? Break it down flat. Why you didn't break it down flat? And Yahushua said what to him?
Right.
He answered and said what?
He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So
what is Yahushua saying? He wants us to know how valuable and precious this truth is. He wants you to really consider how precious this truth is and the opportunities that we have. How valuable you are to find this truth, this fruit, this good thing that's in the earth. What would be the value in it if you just automatically like, yeah, you know, that's Christianity, bunk, y'all. You come as you are. I'm gonna dip you in this pool and you're gonna be saved for the rest of your life. Huh? You ain't got to do nothing different. But you know why you ain't got to do nothing different? Because, you know, God know your heart, brother. No, don't worry about nothing else. That's all. That's what Christianity does. So it takes away what? The precious thing that Yahweh Shai is laying out for us to do if we will follow him. That's why people would be like, man, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do when they come to that church. Read on, Ayathan.
Verse 12.
But it said, but unto them it is not given.
Okay.
This is Christ right here. This is our King, God. You think he's something to play with because of the Christian church. He said, this precious thing that I have, that this multitude is out there that they asking me about, I'm gonna teach them in parables because I don't want them to understand the mysteries that are in the earth. Right. You get it because you have understanding, but for them, it's not given to them. Read on.
Okay, verse 12.
For
whosoever hath, to him shall be given.
Right. So whoever has the understanding of what I'm trying to say, you're gonna get it. You're gonna understand what's being said. You're gonna understand what's being laid down flat. You're gonna understand the parables. Why? Because you have a level of righteousness about you. Like you sincere about what you're doing. You understand? You sincere about changing your life. You're sincere about like really trying to figure out, man, where's the home of the truth at? You're not just looking and be like, man, them niggas. You seeking out the Lord. Read on.
Come. And he shall have more abundance.
Right, because this thing is precious. Well, look at these brothers and sisters that are in this school. Brother, y'all, we may not have a lot, but we have enough. And above all, we have each other. We have the brotherhood and sisterhood. And if we fix these things when nobody else is trying to do it in the earth. No one else. Read on, Nayathan.
Come on. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he had. What
are Yahweh Shai saying? So even if you ain't got no understanding this, I'm gonna go ahead and take it all away. All of it gonna be taken away. Why would Yahweh Shai say something like that? Because he understands, like, without his understanding, you'll destroy yourself. You'll be just like Martin Luther King. You'll be just like all the other so-called leaders in the earth that fell by the things that they wanted, the things that they didn't understand. They didn't consider what the Lord want. They consider what they want. The ones that's going to celebrate New Year's this year, they don't have that understanding. The ones that may lose their life on, Lord forbid, our brothers and sisters get any harm brought to them on New Year's, but it happens every year. That's some type of event or some type of mass unaliving that takes place every year. Some young lady go to a party or something and they put something in a drink and we never see her again. Lord forbid that happens. You're going to get carried away by your own understanding, not the Lord. Read verse 13, Ayatha.
Verse 13. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because seeing they see not, and hearing they hear not.
They do what now?
Seeing they see not, and hearing they hear not. Neither do they understand.
See, that's what I'm saying. Because you don't even understand what's right in front of your face. So you're going to go off and destroy yourself. But it's right here in front of you. So lock you. So now, Yonazar, now we're going to go back, but we're going to use what's actually in the Bible, and we're going to read it, and then I'm going to have the Akia match it up to what's actually in the Bible. So read verse 16 for me, Ayathan.
Verse 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see.
Go ahead.
And your ears, for they hear.
Why? Because we have understanding. That's what we are about it, right? So let's drop down to verse 19, Ayathan.
Verse 19. When anyone hear the word of the kingdom.
Hold on, go back to 18. So now, Yonazar, we're going back to the parable of the sword, right? So we're gonna read this and we're gonna line this up with what you were saying earlier. Why? Because those who really want to seek out the truth, they still in class.
That's
For
right.
those who want it, for those that are out there in the internet world, the multitude of Black, Hispanics, Native Indians only that still want to know the truth, they still here in the classes. They still sitting here because they're like, damn, I don't know what the hell he talking about, man. But I understand what he's saying, because the brother read we shouldn't celebrate New Year's. The brother was talking about it has nothing to do with the Lord's chosen people. I believe I know that I'm the Lord's chosen. You still here in class. You still have your pen and paper, still trying to learn. So guess what? I'm about to break it down to you, using the words that are in the Bible, something that your Christian pastor would never do.
Right.
Go ahead and read verse
18.
Con.
Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower.
So Yahweh Shai about to break it down to him. He had him like, look, I'm gonna teach y'all since you want to hear, since you want to what? Understand. Go ahead, Ayathan.
Verse 19. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which receives seed by the wayside.
Now, what is this saying, Yonazar? Go ahead. We talk about this equates to what? What verse are we looking at? What he just said in verse 19.
So like in verse 7.
So like verse 4.
Well, sir, like
verse 4. Read verse 4.
Come on. Matthew chapter 13 and verse 4.
And
when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up.
The fowl. We know the fowl, right? The birds, right? Now read verse 19. I thought the
verse
water.
19. When anyone heard the word,
so the seed been laid. When we in these classes, these brothers are teaching, these brothers are reading these scriptures. That's the seed, right? He's laying these things out to hear it. The word is what we teach from day to day, right? The truth of this Bible. Come on.
When anyone hear the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which is sown in his heart. This is he which receives seed by the wayside.
Right. So before you even get an understanding of what's going on, before you even you heard the truth, and you seen us out there on the street corners, Yonazar. You seen that banner and it said ISUBK home of the truth. You seen Mary hanging, you seen Santa Claus hanging, you seen the signs in front of the camp, you seen these classes online, and before you even can really take a good look at it, it's gone. Before you even can understand it, it's gone. Just like that. And it's gone because what? You waited. You sat there and watched. You walk by us every weekend. We in the same. It's the reason why the Lord have us go out on the corner in the same spots, Ayathan. You've been walking by us. Brothers always say, what? Man, I've been seeing y'all downtown, man. I've been seeing y'all over there at the market, man. I seen y'all over there over there, teaching. I knew about the school down here.
It's lucky, sir.
Come on.
I heard a brother the other day talking to Captain Zariak. He said he'd been watching Captain Zariak for 10 years. And you wouldn't believe the level of ignorance that he displayed. Like,
why? Because
he didn't really hear.
Because every seed that Captain Zariak drops on his head before it even take root out, some wickedness is scooping it up because he's not changing his life. He's wasting time. You're not changing your life, so the seed that's dropped on you is gone before it even can take root. The bird come and got it. It's wasted away on the side because you treated it as it wasn't even important. So guess what? You lost it. And Christ was talking to the multitude. He's talking to a sea of niggas. Like, yeah. Some of y'all been watching me, but you didn't take advantage of it. You let it waste away. Read on, Ayathan.
It's like verse 20. But he that receiveth the seed unto stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and Anon with joy receiveth it.
Right. So now Yanazar. So what would you match up with verse 20 with, Baba Kashaw? In the parable of the sword.
I would match it up with verse 7.
Verse 5. Because read what it says.
It says some fell
Mm-hmm.
upon stony places.
Right. So what read verse 5?
Some fell upon stony places.
There it goes. See,
Not
you
much
always
earth.
try to break it down the parable that was said in verse 5 and verse 20. Complete verse 20 for me, Jonas. I'll read on.
Read verse 20, sir.
Baba Kashaw.
Verse 20. But he that received the seed into stony places,
Mm-hmm.
the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receive it.
Right. So what is this saying?
He not in it wholeheartedly.
But he did receive it on this. So what would be the stony place, huh?
Like it's like what Ayah said earlier, what he brought out earlier. Like he might be reading too many books. He might be listening to too many camps, and then he get confused.
Right. So a stony place is something that a seed will fall onto that it's just hard to take root. Just remember, Christ is talking to a multitude. So remember, this is something he's teaching our people. He breaking these things down, right? And he's telling them the truth about the kingdom of heaven. And some people, they hearing it, but the thing about telling the truth, sometimes they just not ready for it. Huh? They just not ready. It's too hard for them. It's too. Oh man, what y'all saying is real, man. I'm happy to see you. You know what I'm saying, brother? Man, what y'all be saying is so heavy, man. Boy, you ever see them when you be at camp? They be excited to see you. They be like, man, good to see y'all, brothers, man. Y'all so heavy, man. Ooh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They be out there, you see them. But for whatever reason, it just be like, man, I'm gonna get with y'all, man. You just so, man, I don't know about it, man. Just so, what Waka Flocka say, man? Waka Flocka said it. Man, I like y'all message, man, but damn, why I gotta be so militant, man? Why I gotta be so strong? Why I gotta be so aggressive? Why I gotta be so radical? Radical means you love something enough to be radical about it. That's all. Right. Radical, just another word for love. I love something enough. Some brothers don't understand that. They say, man, I love what y'all saying, but why I gotta be like, for whatever reason, they just not ready for it in their minds. They just not ready to let something go. They just not ready for it. They heard it. They heard it, Akaska. They heard the truth. They know we the children of Israel. But for whatever reason, it's just hard for it to take root. And nowadays, being on topic, it could be these holidays. Everybody say, I was talking to a friend of mine that's in the world. Man, you don't sell. Nah, man. But what about the children? He be on board, man. What you be saying, y'all be heavy, man. I be watching y'all classes. Man, but my kids, man. It'd be hard for me to break through that thing, Ayathan, because it's a stony place for him. He don't want to let me in. He don't want to let the truth take root. But he hear me. Right? Yahweh start breaking these things down to you. Go ahead, read verse 21.
Verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Yet hath he not root in himself,
mm-hmm.
but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended.
Right. So what is this talking about, Yonazar? What verse should you correlate this one to?
Now this one has to be 7. Salaki, sir.
Well, you fixated on 7, ain't you? Nah. Read verse 6, Yonazar. Baba Kashaw.
Okay.
And
when the sun was up,
okay,
they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away.
Right. So read verse 21.
Yet hath he not root in himself,
He had
but
what?
not root in himself.
What does the end of verse 6 say? Because they had what? Verse 6.
They had no root.
Right, there you go. You see what I'm saying? So
Conquer.
Christ, he's there you go. So he breaking it down so we can understand it. So now we know that he's in verse 6, he's correlating verse 21 with verse 6, so we understand what he's saying in verse 6. So read verse 21 for me, Ayathan, please.
Verse 21. Yet hath he not root in himself, but endured for a while.
Go ahead.
For when tribulation or persecution arise, because of the word, by and by he is offended.
Right. So that persecution is that son. When it get a little hot, what's his name? What's the Nelly? It's getting hot in here. Nelly said, "Oh man, it's too hot. So let me get up off of it, right?" So the sun is that persecution that's going to take these seeds. Why? Because when it arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. Meaning when you get checked, a brother say, man, hey, stop doing that. Hey, brother Salaki, you might want to do this, brother. I need to take you to counsel. When it's time to when it's time for you to really get all the way locked in, you're like, I don't know if I really want this. Your mother get the calling, you're not coming home for my birthday. You're not celebrating Mother's Day with me. What about your daddy's birthday? I ain't gonna be able to make it. You're not coming home for the first, you're not celebrating New Year's. When you get to talking like that, then guess what? Man, I don't know about this. So it's hard for the truth to take hold because of the persecution that comes along with it. The tribulation that you face when you learn the truth. Yeah, the scriptures say it's bittersweet. You know that you're an Israelite. You start learning about the blacks and Hispanics, Native Indian, or the Lord's chosen people. You start considering all the other things like, I like what y'all saying, but I don't know. They're gonna look at me strange. I gotta wear all black. You start thinking about all the things that could be wrong instead of thinking about what could be actually right. The things that you would lose instead of the things that you would gain. And remember, Christ was talking to the multitude because he was talking about being able to take these seeds and have the kingdom grow. But it's hard to do that when you don't want to go through the tribulations, or you don't want to go through the persecutions. You don't want to be called crazy. Right. He got more than one wife. You crazy. Oh, he not with you all the time. He crazy. Every weekend he at camp, y'all crazy. I don't know how you put up with that mess, girl. But she'll tell you about her hot girl summer and all the things that you missing out on. And if that seed isn't firmly rooted, and if you're not locked in, then guess what? You'll be offended. Read verse 22, right there.
Verse 22. He also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of the world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
Now, Yanazar. Now,
Yes,
now, Yanazar. Now, what verse would correlate to this verse, brother?
Numero 7.
All right, give him a hand, y'all. Most High in Christ. Verse 7. So, could you read verse 7 for me, Yanazar?
And some fell among the thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them.
Now read that verse again. Read verse 22, Baal-Gashar. And let's see what the thorns indicate.
Verse 22. He also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world.
The cares of what?
This world.
The January 1st, New Year's.
The cares of this world.
Christmas.
The cares of this world.
I don't know if they're gonna like me not showing up.
The cares of this world.
Read on.
And the deceitfulness of riches.
Of who?
Riches.
Man, I'm gonna lose everything I got if I come to this truth, man. I'm gonna lose it all. I don't know. I'm gonna lose everything. Go ahead.
Choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
Man, come on now. Brother, you hear the truth. You come into the school, and guess what we begin to do? You begin to look around and find cliques of people that just like the old you. That just like the old you. You got the truth. You in here, and you begin to look out, trying to find little things that are find demons to get together. So you can talk about the things that you, the quote unquote, used to be, the drug dealer that you used to be, the pimp that you used to be. And you begin to glorify those things. You in the truth. You have the opportunity. But you begin to click up with brothers that, and before long, because you're not understanding the opportunity, then you out of here. Being around those other demons choked you up. You weren't ready. You got this, the deceitfulness got you. You a sister. You used to twerk and used to be a hoe. A whore. You come in here, you say you want to change, you become brand new. Then you get, I mean, I want me a man. And that man make you mad one time. One time, Ayathan. A quarter of a Ayathan. One. Well, you was out with the brothers. I don't know. No. You were with the other real. No. This ain't for me. No. This I don't know what I was thinking, Ayathan. And you know what she does? Now she leaves. Now the very thing that she came in here to fight against, she gonna leave and go where, Ayathan? She gonna go find another man. And guess what? And guess what that's gonna make her, Ayathan? A hoe. The very thing that she came in here to fight against. The brother came in here to fight against the selling dope and the smoking. The very thing. The seed, the sower laid the seed, Ayathan. Yeah. Come on. That's why the Lord is laying these things out. Now read verse 23, Ayathan.
Verse 23. But he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also bear fruit and bring forth some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30.
Right. See, now this is the seed that fell on good ground. And that's what y'all stayed in this class for us to go through this parable tonight. I know I'm up on the time, but I wanted to go through this because these are the things that we have to do from day to day to understanding the opportunities that we have in this school as Black, Hispanics, Native Indian. We have the opportunity. The Lord has laid these things out with preaching prophets in this school for us to understand the words that are in the Bible. You have the seed has been sown on you. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to become fruitful? And if you become fruitful, are you fruitful in a way that will have others desire to have what you have? Is it so bad that you don't want to tell people about the truth of the Bible and how the Lord allow you to see what it is? Or is it you just so fixated on yourself? Are you just inundated with self-worship like the people that's going to celebrate Christmas, that celebrated Christmas, or the people that are going to celebrate New Year's? And I think about it, Ayathan. The question I have, you know, he taught in parables, but why? Christ did this it's a way for us to see ourselves, right? And you really not be offended. Because if I came to you and just said, bop, 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 man, you the seed on the seed, what you gonna say? Man, not me. That ain't me. Think about if I'm talking to a seed. Christ talking to Yahweh, talking to a whole slew of people. Now, I don't got to know what you into, but if I'm speaking in parables, if you really begin to seek out or you have some what understanding, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to hit you like a Mack truck. And then that's why Christ saying to them is giving the mysteries, because you're going to get it. You're going to have what? Understanding. You're going to see and hear what you need to hear to understand what is being sown as a seed so you can grow. But for some, they going to miss it. They going to miss it out there. He ain't talking about me. Shit. Who you talking? He ain't talking about me. I don't do none of that. Ain't no thorns around me. ain't no birds flying on me. Yanazar, they gonna think it's about the birds, Yanazar.
Yes, sir.
Man, ain't no hard ground around me, not knowing that hard ground is you, your mind. You won't let the truth sink into you. You won't, but you will let New Year's parties and New Year's Eve sink into you. It go right over there. It go right over the multitude head. So that's why when we go out in the streets, the ones that come up out, we take them in. Fill your name up on a correspondence sheet. We have classes from 7 to 9, Monday through Friday. Yeah, we the 12 tribes, nation of Israel. Find your tribe over here on this chart, right? Who you belong to. And those that have an ear, they listen, Ayathan. Of course they have ears. Everybody got goddamn ears. But the Lord is saying, Yahushua is saying, those who have what? Understanding. If you can see, if you can pick up what we putting down, then you understand it. You get it. But if you don't, man, it'll go right over your head, man. You wouldn't even. But if you look at yourself in the mirror and say, damn, oh, he right. All my righteousness says filthy rags. He's talking about me. He's talking about, I have an opportunity to change because of the seed that's been sown. Let me take full advantage of it. Let me take this opportunity to prove to the Most High I am not what they said I was. We are so much better. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. The water Akim, man, just remember, like we started off from class, y'all are so much better. The seed been sown. The seed right in front of you. The parables of the Bibles is getting broken down by the priests in this school. And some things we say plain, like don't celebrate New Year's this year, unless you might die. You could just lose your life. How about that? Don't go to no New Year's parties. Try that. Let me speak plain. Don't do it. Don't do it. The rest of the stuff, come to class. We'll teach you. Come to class. Sit down and learn. We'll teach you. But I can just start by doing this. Don't go out. Stay your ass at home. Don't light up no damn fireworks. Don't do no goddamn countdown. Don't go to no parties. Don't go to no watch night service. Get in class. Commander General Muhammad will be teaching 7 to 9. Let that be your goddamn countdown. Since you want to see numbers go in the negative so much. That's what you do. Man, once again, any other question with the brother? Is he still on? What was his name again?
Dallas.
Salakia, Dallas Cowboy fan. I couldn't get to you, brother. I just wanted to get through the parables, man. If you tune into class next week, you get in one. No matter if you in the North Carolina area, continue to watch these classes. You got questions, bring them to the preaching prophets of the Lord, and we'll break them down to you. You understand? And anything else? And with that, I'm gonna turn the class over to the preaching prophet of the Lord. Bunky, y'all clap it up.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, Book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher. Priest funds and free will offering for priests not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation. We have the Feast of Purim, 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, which will be Monday, March 2nd and Tuesday, March 3rd of 2026, according to the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 through 31. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, imagine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Ma'am Shabbat, imagine, Barak, Yahweh, Ba Shem Yahweh Shabbat, Yadamatah, hands down. Sar, turn and face the sisters. Sisters, imagine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to our sisters. Imagine Shabbat, imagine, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Latah Ba Shem Yahweh Shai. Yadamatah, hands down, class dismissed.